Welcome to the CrossFit Effect, or welcome back I should say. I'm glad you're here. I'm just kind of hanging out on the patio with Abby. Say hello to Abby. And just got done with a noon class actually. And the quote of the day actually is what we went through is there's no reason why we can't learn every day. There's illustrations of truth happening daily. I heard on the radio the other day that a certain pastor uses everyday experiences, whether he's going to Vaughn's, going to the bank, going to pick up his child at school, going to work, whatever it may be, that he's intentional about looking for a lesson in everything he does. And I thought that was beautiful because we kind of fall into this monotonous cookie cutter kind of thing of wake up, get dressed, do my coffee deal, get to work. And even at work we really don't even use our capacity to think or look for lessons. We kind of just go through the motions there, get home, have dinner, and call it a day. So I just wanted to bring that up to light and just kind of give it some thought to all the CrossFit classes today. And with that being said, with the quote of that, the meaning of that quote, I should say, was actually illustrated at the noon class. And I saw something that I just wanted to share with you that was immediately in CrossFit during the class, but it's something that is translated into our lives outside of the box. So I'm just going to kind of reference a couple lines from a book that really was an integral part of me kind of changing the way I looked at things and pretty much changed the trajectory of the way I lived, which was Wild at Heart. John Eldredge. It's kind of like the first Christian book I picked up. So I'm just going to jump right into it. Again, this is fresh. It's a fresh thought. Just got done with the class and it made me think of this immediately. I'll throw some out of this book and kind of just leave you with how it was an illustration in CrossFit. So he's talking about how men want a beauty to rescue. It says there's nothing more inspiring to a man as beautiful. There's nothing so inspiring to a man as a beautiful woman, and that couldn't be any more true. And you know, the woman is the feminine side of God, and it's really something that penetrates our heart as men when we're around that beauty, when we're around that type of beauty. And another one here, a man wants to be the hero to the beauty. Again, you see, it's just not that a man needs a battle to fight, he needs someone to fight for. The battle itself is never enough. A man yearns for romance. So you kind of get the picture I'm trying to paint here. So how is this related to CrossFit? I'll just jump right into it. Today we had Darius and Julie join us, a married couple and their little daughter Brea. She's a beautiful little girl. Join us in CrossFit today for the noon class. Darius has been with us for about a week. It was Julie's first time. I was super stoked they were there, doing something together, moving, and just spending time together and exercising was awesome. So we get that. I go over what we're doing. It's kind of a big WOD today, burpees and running, something that most people hate. And Julie finishes. She does the modified WOD. Darius is cranking out RX WOD. He gets to his last round of burpees, I believe, and is just dogging. Super tired. I think he hit his breaking point. That point where, like, man, I don't know if I'm going to finish type of tired. And if you've CrossFitted, you know what I'm talking about. And it's kind of a bittersweet place to be because you know you're working hard because you're at a point if you don't know if you can go any longer, which is kind of the goal of CrossFit, to increase that capacity over broad time and modal domains. That's CrossFit lingo. But back to the point, he's sitting there just really tired, and I'm trying to motivate him, giving out certain cues. The guys who finished before him are cheering him on, and it's really not doing anything for him. He's just kind of hands on the knees, panting. He'll do one and stop, just really tired. And then Julie, his wife, gets up out of the bench, gets up and walks over to him and says a few words. I didn't hear what it was, and stands there, and immediately Darius is fired up, cranks his burpees out, and just I sat there and watched this, and I was like, wow, how beautiful is that? Basically what happened was his beauty motivated him. I bet anything in his mind, when his wife came up and started cheering him on and said a few words to him, he's like, am I going to fight for my wife? And as a man, you know, just like the book says, there's nothing so inspiring to a man as a beautiful woman. You know, as a man, if your wife is there cheering you on, you pretty much don't have a choice. You're gonna fight. You're gonna get through those burpees. And he wanted to be a hero. He wanted to step up and finish because he was motivated, inspired, fired up by his beauty. And this is what Christ does for the church. He fights for his beauty. He fights for the church, just like Darius did today. You know, he may be tired, but he's going to fight that battle for us. And this was just a great illustration of a life lesson I saw today in CrossFit, and I was juiced to share it with you. And you may not be married as a man. You may be dating someone thinking about marriage. Same thing applies. She's going to rely on your fight to do what's right. She's going to rely on you for that strength to fight for her. And you may be sitting here, I don't even have a girlfriend. And that's fine too. Still applies. There's a woman out there alive that one day is going to rely on your fight in the marriage. So that's the CrossFit Effect. Again, it's unedited. I'm sorry if I was all over the place. I hope I delivered that in a meaningful way. If you want to talk about this, I'm more than open. Shoot me an email. Connect with me on Facebook. I'm on Twitter as well. You know where to find me. If not, my email's brianmcfadden@crossfitidog.com. Again, beautiful lesson we saw today in CrossFit, translated out into real life. That's the CrossFit Effect. We'll see you next time.